break out of the box today and learn how to make shaped cards. This is perfect if you're looking to do something a little different with your card making. It's really easy, actually. I've got the measurements for the cards on my blog post. The link is in the description of this video. I've got a print and make project sheet that I emailed out to my email subscribers this morning, and it's free for this first week. And then it goes to my tutorial store, so make sure to download it right away. And if you're not on my email list, there's a link to sign up, and it's free. I'm Julie Baca. Welcome to sunnydaystamping.com. Let's get started. To make a shaped card, you just need a regular card base and any large die. I'm going to be showing you several cards today using 3 different die sets. This one is the Boutique Blooms. So we're just going to take the largest one out of that set. You're going to want to burnish your fold line really well, and then grab your die cutting machine. You're going to place your card with the fold line to the side. Well, I guess it depends on what die you're doing. And then the trick is you want to get the most out of this die. So I'm going to pull it all the way down here, and I just rotate it a little bit. So this is the edge of my card that opens, and then here is the fold line. The trick to this technique is you want your die to extend past that fold line so that the fold is in the card. So remember, this card base is folded, so it's going to be cutting through both pieces of cardstock. I like to run it back through, probably unnecessary, but I'm doing it. So now when you take this out, you'll see that your shaped card can be opened like that. Now you can stamp on that and call it good, but if your die set has nesting dies, you can use those to add a layer to decorate your card. So I'm going to actually cut out a piece of designer series paper to go on here. Now, if your paper has a direction or a design, you want to make sure it's pointing the way you want it to go. Now, this isn't as important with this paper, but I'm going to kind of visualize how I'm going to line up this cut piece and then place it on my designer series paper. If this had a different design, that would be more important. Now run this through your die cutting machine. So now when you pop this out, this is going to be able to go directly on here, but you can see that it extends past the part there, so you're going to need to cut it. So the procedure for cutting this off is going to be different for each die and kind of different for how you want each card to be made. One thing will remain constant no matter what kind of die you're using. Whatever the shape is on this side, you want it to be the same on this side. So don't cut it like at an angle to where like I'm cutting here, but then also over here. That is going to allow your shape to line up better. So for this card, I actually want to have this cardstock to have an equidistant margin all the way around. So I'm just going to eyeball cutting between here and here in a straight line. Thankfully, on this shape, these 2 circles are straight across. So I'm just going to bump those up against my paper trimmer and then trim it here. And then we'll just test it out and see if it worked. So there, that looks great. It's equidistant all the way around and on the top there. I could even probably take off a little more if I wanted to. In my example cards, I've got other ones to show you to give you different ideas. Now we're going to do that same thing, but for the inside of the card. So go ahead and use the same die that you used for the front. Cut out a piece on white for the inside. Now we're going to do that same thing. I'm actually going to use the piece that I already cut off from the front to kind of help me know how much to cut off for the inside. That's kind of unnecessary, but it is kind of a helpful tip so you don't have to measure twice. And then this will go right on in here. And let's just see if that worked. Yep, looks great. So now we're going to stamp on the inside of our card and do a greeting for the front. I think I told you the wrong name of this stamp set. It's the Scalloped Blooms. It does go with the Blooms Boutique though. So I'm going to pick out a sentiment for the front of my card and one for the inside. For the inside, we're just going to stamp it in Secret C. Let's go ahead and glue these pieces on before we do the rest. The scalloped blooms is so festive. This one definitely looks feminine, but depending on what paper you use, man, it's great for all occasions. Now for the sentiment, instead of stamping in white, I'm going to stamp on a piece of Flirty Flamingo, which is the color here. So pick out a color from your designer series paper and choose that cardstock. So to heat emboss, you take your embossing buddy and just kind of rub it all over. This is going to kind of neutralize any oils that were on your hands to keep the powder from sticking where you don't want it to stick. And then you're going to ink up your stamp in Versamark ink. I'm going to kind of put it in the middle because we are going to, whoops, actually I'm going to stop talking because I can't do more than one thing at once. Then we're going to put the white powder on our Versamark ink. I'm going to do that a couple times, make sure it's nice and adhered. I like to keep all my powder in a dish like this because then I don't have to pour it out and try to pour it back into a little jar. Now I can continue talking. When you stamp in the Versamark ink, you want to put the powder on right away so that it sticks the best. You don't want that ink drying out at all. And then I'm going to be real careful not to bump that because I haven't set this yet. But what I wanted to show you was we're going to take this die out of the nested dies to cut that out. So that's why I stamped it kind of more in the middle of this piece. Now you're going to take your heat tool, you're going to turn it on and heat it up before you direct it towards your paper. And then when you turn this on, you want to keep it moving so that one spot doesn't get hotter than the other. As soon as it all turns white and shiny, turn your heat off. You don't want to overheat it because then it'll get dull and flat. Then once you run it through your die cutting machine, it gets that great edge on it, looks amazing. And we're just gonna pop that right on the top there. I'm gonna pop it up with a couple Stampin' Dimensionals. Then I'm gonna show you some of the other cards I made just to give you tons of ideas. That right there. This was so simple and really you could really dress this up a lot more if you want. You could add ribbon and embellishments. I think I'll add just a couple embellishments just to see what it looks like. Do a couple on here. Let me use this end. There we go. Why am I struggling? There we go. And then we'll pop one right. Should we put it on here? I never know where to put these. Oh, that looks so cute. So there's that. I mean, seriously, that was so quick and easy. Now I'm going to show you another one I made using that same designer series paper, same stamp and die set. You can see the differences other than the color. This one, instead of cutting it short on the top, I lined it up directly with the fold line. So that kind of gives a different look and looks cool too. And here is the inside, like that. Now the next card, I used the party banner dies. These are ginormous. I don't know if you've seen these. These are incredible for making like big party banners or tiny ones. But this one right here fits directly on top of a card base. So in order to do this one, you can do it in two different ways. For this one, you would take your die, if this is the fold line, make sure it's extending past, but this one actually you can bump directly up on there. You can feel it kind of bump up on there, run it through your machine like that. And that's going to give you a card that opens like this. Now you can take your cardstock and cut it at 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. So instead of bumping it up on this side, since this is the fold line, you would take this one and line up this edge with the fold line and line it all up completely and then run that through your machine and you're going to get a card that opens like this. So this is the one I made using the banner dies. So I cut the card base out with this one. Then I used this old olive to cut out the next banner. And then the designer series paper, which is the Waterside Retreat, I used the next die down. So it's really layered. And then for the sentiment, this little small one. And then for the inside, just put some white. And I used that same stamp set, the scalloped blooms. The last cards I made were from the balloon Festoon. Look at these big, big balloons. This set would also pair perfectly with the party banner dies if you want to add some balloons into a party banner for a birthday or congratulations, baby showers, wedding showers, whatever. These turned out to be my favorite cards. Check out how this turned out with the little ribbon there. And that's the inside. I mean, this one is a little bit feminine. You could change up the colors to be perfect for a guy or a boy. Wouldn't these make such cute little birthday invitations or baby shower invitations? I think they turned out so cute. And then I used this stamp set to heat emboss on the front there. So to make this card, I do have it folded on the side here. So you would take the biggest die that fits on your cardstock is what you want to use. This one I just overlapped over like this. So if you make it really close, that fold line is going to be pretty narrow, and so it might be too delicate. So make sure you bump it out enough that you get a solid connection between the two pieces, and that's going to allow it to open like this. You could also do that same thing, but have it open on the top. I just really wanted to have the shape of the balloon, and I felt like having it on the side was the best place for this one. This little accent piece is this little die right here. Oh, it's so cute. And then I used the smallest die and the stamp to make a balloon seal for the envelope. So I hope these shaped dies just inspire you to make some shaped cards. Go grab your die sets and see what you can do. Every Friday, I've got a brand new video, so make sure to hit that subscribe button and the bell to get notified. If you liked this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. It sure does help out a lot. Thank you so much for watching. Have a sunny day.